This is a fingertip ball. These type of balls have rubber grip on the two finger holes. You can also add a slug in the thumb hole. What this does is add more comfort as well as leverage. This is because when you release the ball, you lift it with your fingers, which in turn makes the ball spin and hook during the dry portion of the lane. Having the ball hook provides more pin action. Pin action is when the pins move and knock each other down after they are struck by the ball. This is a typical house ball. One of the most obvious differences between this ball and the other balls you are going to see is a conventional grip. Now the difference between a conventional grip instead of a fingertip grip, which was shown earlier, is that instead of the holes ending at your first knuckle, they end at your second. Thus, it is harder to provide any spin, meaning it is most likely to just slide straight instead of hooking at the end. In fact, it will most likely just glide down the lane instead of rotating at all. Please excuse me as I put this ball down and grab the next one. Now here's Old Faithful. This is a plastic ball, which many house balls are. However, think of this as a souped up version, with fingertip holes and a slug. These type of balls generally do not hook and are mainly used for straight shots. Plastic balls are most commonly used as pickup balls. A pickup ball is a second ball thrown in a frame to knock down the last few pins to pick up that spare. One moment as I get the next ball. This is a reactive resin ball, which is substantially better than the plastic ball at hooking. The reactive resin makes the ball slide more on the oily part of the lane, makes it hook more on the dry part. Since bowling lanes are usually less oily near the pins, this combination allows a bowler to throw a ball with an explosive hook on the tail end of its trajectory. Because of this, the average score has increased since the ball has been released, which was in the 1990s. One second as I pick up the final ball. And finally, the king of them all, the Rogue Cell by Rotogrip. This is a hybrid reactive ball. The outer layer of this ball is a Cytoplasmic XL hybrid reactive cover stock, which is a blend of solid and pearl cover stocks, which generates the strongest and most consistent hook from release to impact. A solid cover stock allows the ball to move down the lane faster, while a pearl cover stock allows the ball to have a greater hook. With a ball like this, you get the best of both worlds. In fact, it is currently the second best high-performance hybrid in the BTM Reader Choice Awards, and is commonly used by professionals, and is a very popular ball in tournaments due to its efficiency. This is the foul line. This is where players end their slide and release the ball. If you go over the line, the light and buzzer will go off. This is to ensure the safety of casual players, as well as have a better guideline on whether a foul was committed. If one crosses a foul line, they will receive a 0 for that throw and the pins will reset. As you look down the lane, you will notice a coating of oil. This is to lower the friction between the floor and the ball, so that the ball can maintain a constant speed and revolutions per second. This also hinders the ball's ability to hook, since the ball does not grip to the lane as much as if it was dry. You will also come across a series of dots and arrows. These markings are used by more advanced bowlers whom are looking for a guideline in which they should throw the ball towards. These arrows are 15 feet down the lane. For right-handed bowlers, they tend to aim for the second arrow on the right-hand side, while left-handed bowlers tend to aim for the arrow second in from the left. However, unlike plastic balls, the reactive resin balls eat up the oil, and by the third game, one who was aiming at the third or middle arrow could have to aim at the first or second arrow. We are now approaching the break point. At this point, the oil pattern ends and the dry part of the lane begins. At this point, a ball thrown by the average tournament bowler has roughly 200 revolutions. Because this area is dry, the ball will grip onto the lane more and begin hooking. This is due to the change in friction from the slick oil to the rough, dry wood. As you might be able to tell, there are some streaks of oil at this point. This is because of the oil that stuck to the thrown balls. This means that the breakpoint will slowly creep towards the pins, and in some cases will be non-existent if too many games are played. Now we have made it to the end of the lane where the pins lie. There are a total of 10 pins. Each must weigh at least 1.53 kilograms, but no more than 1.64 kilograms. They are placed in a triangular shape with a single pin known as a head pin in front. The head pin is placed 60 feet away from the foul line.
And of course the sales right.